TV5 and Hy-Vee want to give you $500 in groceries. Watch It's Your Morning weekdays through Thanksgiving. Listen for a food phrase like piece of cake. Then go to KCTV5.com to enter. It's the Great Grocery Giveaway. Weekday mornings on KCTV5.
Fire, water damage. Just imagine the worst case scenario. After disaster strikes your home, you need to know who to call and who to call in a hurry. Jenn Bakken with ServiceMaster here with some timely help, because this is the time of year during family gatherings and feasts and fun that things can take a dangerous turn. This is the time you see a lot of calls and receive a lot of calls.
Yes, Thanksgiving is definitely one of the most leading days for fires nationwide. And so we at ServiceMaster Catastrophe just wanted to give some safety tips just to ensure that everybody has a safe Thanksgiving.
And whether you know it or not, it could be a great reminder, or the first time you're hearing it. There are people right now who are preparing for their first Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Tell them and help them so that it doesn't become a problem.
I would say, if you're cooking in the kitchen, don't leave the food unattended. Bring your wine into the kitchen and drink it there. Don't let the children come in the kitchen. You know, if you're cooking outside, deep frying your favorite turkey or favorite foods outside, to make sure that you're, not leaving that unattended, that you're not cooking over a roof overhang or trees nearby or a deck. If it starts to sleet or rain, don't pull that fryer inside the garage. Seen a lot of structure damage and lots of fires on that day in particular.
And speaking of that, so we went out to Ray Moore and we visited with the fire chief, and we saw what can happen when you drop a frozen turkey into 450-degree temperature. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Oh, yes.
Chief Adams, so we witnessed a turkey going to some very hot grease, and no, there was no exploding turkeys or anything, but there's still some damage that can be caused by something like this.
Well, exactly. I mean, if you look, you can see that the plastic siding is melted on to the left of it there, and what that really shows is the temperature of that grease, and I mean, what the thermal burns that would cause, to somebody who would walk up and place a turkey like that. When that oil comes outside of that container, it's extremely hot, and that'll cause almost instantaneous second, third-degree burns to somebody. And besides that, the grease is so hot, it'll be on your clothes and on your person, and it will continue to burn. You can't get that off, and it will stay there until you can start cooling that area down. So it's very, very dangerous.
So you can see what happened there as we dropped that turkey in there, and not major damage, but you could see the siding kind of rolling up a little bit.
Oh yes, imagine if that would have been a human dropping it in right in front of it.
And kids around.
Yes.
And when you think about the garage, you have all types of, toys, and who has a clean garage?
Right.
Except Ty Edwards, our organizational lady. But there's a lot that can happen.
Yes.
So tell me, how does ServiceMaster work? If there is disaster, when do you step in?
Immediately, as soon as we get the phone call, we're responding. Times on average are under 45 minutes for response time, and on-site in less than 4 hours. So immediately, as soon as we get the call, whether it's a board up, tarp off, emergency cleaning, all kinds of things.
This seems to be the time that people get real brave when it comes to, dropping those turkeys in, and a lot of drinking.
Yes.
And it's just so important to pick one or the other. And as our chief discussed about the importance of being safe, a fire extinguisher.
Yes, and make sure it's grease. You got to make sure that it's grease friendly.
Yes, and know how to use it.
Yes, and even if you don't like to pull the pin, they have the ones that are the spray bottles, so there's that option as well. And
you are available 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can call ServiceMaster at 816-763-6677 or 913-262-1384. You can also find them online at ServiceMasterCat.com. Keep that handy just in case something happens. Hopefully not, but you want to have a great Thanksgiving, or maybe just have it catered.
Yes, from all of us at ServiceMaster. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Up next, more and more people are doing what they can to protect the environment, and recycling is a huge part, but are we doing everything that we can? You could be recycling more than you think. An expert breaks it down for us next. Better Kansas City, back after this.